This is The Deadbeat Scroll, written and read for you by Mark Coggins. Chapter 1. Golden Fingers. The theme music for the quiz show Jeopardy makes an unsettling ringtone. Although originally composed as a lullaby, its relentless tick-tock, time-is-running-out associations can't help but impinge upon your dreams if you've already nodded off. Other things that can impinge are a hip flask full of Old Granddad and memories of a turbulent flight from Palm Springs to San Francisco earlier in the day. Now, as I dozed on a couch in my old apartment on the corner of Post and Hyde, the inexorable march of tinny notes from my cell phone turned my vague dreams about flying into lucid nightmares about crashing. The caller went to voicemail and redialed. I fumbled the phone out of my suit coat and held the glowing screen to my face. The blurry characters told me three things. I was still drunk. It was 2:23 in the morning, and someone with a 415 number I didn't recognize was calling. I swiped my finger over the touchscreen to answer. Riordan, I tried to say, but it came out like a sea lion clearing phlegm. Riordan? Repeated the caller. That's what I said. Who is this? Kittredge. Kittredge. Lieutenant Smiling Jack Kittredge. That showboating asshole from SFPD homicide was at least part of the reason I'd thrown in the towel on my PI business and left the city. Where'd you get this number? It's the same fucking number you had when you lived here. Oh. I sat up on the couch and brought a hand to my throbbing forehead. It came away greasy with sweat. I talked to your secretary, said Kittredge. Ex-secretary. Whatever. I know why you're back. So? Don't make this any harder than it is, Riordan. You and I are never going to be on each other's Christmas card list, but I'm trying to do the right thing. You need to get over here. I drew in a ragged breath. Where's here? A rub and tug place called Golden Fingers. It's on Stockton, just before Bush. You mean just before the tunnel under Bush? I remember it. But if you know why I'm back, you know that doesn't make any sense. Duckworth wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that. There was a long pause. You're gonna regret saying that. He's there? Yeah. And I'm sorry, Riordan. Yeah, he's dead. 15 minutes. I tottered to my feet and felt around in the dark for the floor lamp. I squeezed my eyes shut against the flood of light and the spinning room and stood braced against the arm of the sofa. My dinner auditioned for a return engagement, and more sweat popped from my forehead. Moisture welled at the corner of my eyes. Chris Duckworth had been my best friend and sometime assistant. In the last case we'd worked together, I'd convinced him to participate in what could most charitably be characterized as vigilante justice. Together with a former cop, we had ambushed and killed a gang of psychopaths from Argentina. I had no doubt that they deserved it, just as I had no doubt that Chris's guilt over his involvement destroyed our friendship. It was another reason I had left San Francisco. The main reason, if I was being honest with myself. I thought my leaving would be the best thing for him, that it would allow him to move on. What I didn't anticipate is that he would pick up where I left off, taking over my old business, my old office, and my old apartment. When Gretchen, my old secretary, called me in Palm Springs to tell me that Chris was missing, it had been more than 5 years since I'd seen him. My wingtips lay on the floor by the sofa. I stepped into them, not trusting my equilibrium enough to bother with the laces. I cinched the knot of my tie closer to my throat. It still had inches to go. Speared my overcoat
Sample complete. Ready to continue?